Hello, Simon.
Hello, Lewis.
How are you?
Oh, showbiz.
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 I was
Very
waiting
well,
for that.
thank you.
It's so good to have you on the show. It must have been. It must be crazy at the moment.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me. Yeah, it's absolutely mad. I mean, obviously, as you know, I came out of the show on Friday night. I was evicted, and it was just like a whirlwind. You know, you're in there 24 hours a day for 4 weeks. I was in there for 4 weeks, and you don't see anything apart from the same people, the same environment, and then suddenly you're let out into the real world outside the Big Brother house to 300 people. Unfortunately booing quite a lot, and then you're whisked away into the studio to do a bit on the side, and then you're just let back loose into society. And I think, yeah, it is a really, really big thing. I'm still in the bubble. I'm sort of floating in the air, really.
I mean, your journey more than anyone is kind of, I guess it's a lot stranger because you went in the house and was evicted the same night. So I guess for you, you kind of thought all your dreams of going in Big Brother for the experience were over.
Yeah.
So what did you do afterwards? I mean, what happened? So you come out
well,
of the house?
I built myself up so much to go into the Big Brother house the first time, and we did it, and then basically I was took out. So it felt like I was given a present and it was snatched away from me.
Yeah.
That was the best way to describe it. Is the time going to be all right? I had it and it was snatched away from me. And then I was emotionally, wrecked, Lewis, to be honest with you. It was horrendous. I just didn't know where I was. I didn't know what to think. I thought I'd done something terribly wrong. That was the first thing that came into my head.
Oh, what, from the public?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yes, the public. I was evicted. Without even actually doing anything. I was in there for 2 hours and I was evicted, And that, for me, was like, I just blamed myself for it,
So where were you when you first heard that you were going back in the house?
When I was asked to go back the second time, or the first time?
The second time.
The second time, I was just working at home. I was just basically doing my day-to-day stuff in my work from home. I have an office in the home, and I was just doing my day-to-day thing. And the casting team at Big Brother just rang me to say, would I like to come back and do a bit on the side? And I said, yeah, too right, because I was pestering them to sort of say, look, I'm still here. I still would like to be part of the show. Remember me, sort of thing. And they said, would you like to come back and do a bit on the side? And I said, yeah, too right. And they said, how do you feel? Would you like to do more stuff? You're going to be able to do a lot of stuff on bit on the side. And I went, what? And they said, yeah, we want you back in the house. And it was like, oh my God. It's just like, I just felt like I won the lottery. And all I kept saying was, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. So it was just surreal, the whole thing, and I didn't really believe it until I actually did go back into the house. To be honest with you, that it didn't really sink in.
So,
what actually a normal working day turned out to be winning the lottery.
So where did you actually audition for London? For the
say that again. Sorry.
Where did you audition for the show? Was it in London?
Yeah, I had a meeting in London in January with the team at Big Brother. And as you probably know, I've done a few things on television. I did Hell's Kitchen in 2005 with Gary Rhodes, and that was horrendous because I'm the worst cook in the world. I hated it, but I can't cook to save my life, and I never want to cook again. But I'm glad I did. It was great fun. And then obviously I've been working in the theatre industry for a long time, so they kind of knew I was on the radar, I think, and I had a meeting, and then I had to go and do a group audition with hundreds of people about February, March time. So it all really kicked off in January from having a meeting with the team, and then I went back and did, we did a group audition where we had to bring personal belongings and describe why they mean so much to us. I auditioned like everybody else. I went through quite a long, drawn-out audition process. And then you have your interview with Big Brother, and you have to kind of sell your soul, really, tell them everything. And then I went back to meet the executives, and it kind of went from there. They never ever told me at Big Brother that I was actually in the show. It was always like, we want you to be on, like, you've made it to the shortlist. That's the way they treat you.
Yeah.
So I really, like, coming to, like, packing a case to go away for, like, such a long time. I didn't know what to pack because I was never sort of told that you definitely are going in. But it was their kind of way of saying you shortlisted, that you will be in the show. And then obviously then you get the call to say that, you know, you are in the show and the car will be picking you up on such a day. And then we spent 4 days in hiding. So we were confined to just a hotel room with a chaperone. We weren't allowed out. We weren't allowed to watch certain television programs. You get your phone taken away from you. They completely cut you off to society. And that was really hard as well. That was really difficult. But it prepares you for the house, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I mean, Simon, one thing I've got to talk to you about is Showbiz!
Showbiz!
Your set...
Well...
Did you ever expect that to become such a big catchphrase?
No, I didn't. I didn't know, and it's, like, really cool. And I'm really humbled because I didn't... I mean, that just came from being nervous on launch night. First launch night I did.
Yeah.
Because what happened was I went into performance mode because I'm a performer, and, like, I just was very nervous. And I think I went into the house and every single person that went in was, Showbiz, you're Showbiz. And it's just a trademark. And like, I'm now getting people wanting me to sing it in birthday cards and like hen nights, girls' marriage, they want me to wish them happy wedding and shout the word Showbiz. So I'm going to be doing some little jingles and stuff. So you never know, you could play Showbiz on Penzance radio. So your heart's content. Penzance can be skipping around shouting Showbiz. So it's amazing. It's like, it's a trademark sort of signature tune that's really taken off. It's brilliant. You know, I'm really humbled.
I mean, have you been out in the street and people have just shouted at you since you've been out?
We've just stopped at McDonald's because I had to go to the loo really quickly, and the whole of McDonald's, like, as I was coming out, was just like, oh my God. They just sort of like look at you and turn round, and I do get people shouting Showbiz to me in the street all the time. Somebody today was shouting it at me, and like I just shout it back and get the old the jazz hands going, and they just love it. You know, it's great. Yeah. I'll get it all the time. I think more people shout Showbiz than I do in myself now, to be honest, which is great. You know, it's fantastic. So, I think it's. I've been told to change my name by Depot Lewis from Simon to Showbiz.
Showbiz.
So I'm gonna be known as Showbiz from now on, I think.
Now,
isn't a bad thing.
Going back to your time in the house, there was kind of a week where it was quite uncomfortable to watch, in the sense where, I mean, you almost looked depressed. I mean, everyone was... Big Brother were kind of editing things for people to argue with you and fall out with you, and it seemed like every day you'd wake up and someone else would be starting an argument, and it just looked like you were so drained.
I was built up to be this song and dance man. Like, I went in there, like I said, I was performing when I went in. I was nervous, so I went in there like thinking it was a performance. And it is impossible to be a performer 24 hours a day in the Big Brother house. It's absolutely impossible. And what happened was I went in there with some baggage. You know, I lost my father in February, and I hadn't really grieved him properly. And, like, it was, like, only a few months after. And I think I was going in there with... You know, I blinkered. I didn't really realise what it was all about enough. And I was grieving and had so much baggage that I was trying to get rid of, that everything that was thrown at me, like nominations, like when I nominated Eileen for Our Age, which was absolutely ridiculous of me to do. I mean, I saw Eileen tonight and I've apologised to her again. I think we can move on. But I made so many stupid little mistakes, Lewis. I wasn't in touch with what the show was about. And I think I was very vulnerable, and I just cracked. All I can say is that I just cracked under the pressure, and I became very, very lonely, very drained, slightly depressed about the whole thing. And I think the honeymoon period of being very, very tough for me. If I could go back and do it again now from scratch, I think I'm very much in a stronger place now, and I would have attacked it in a totally different way.
And I mean, in the sense as well, a lot of the time we saw you crying, but I would love to, watching back, every time you cry, were they genuine? Because there were sometimes it did look like it wasn't real.
That really, I mean, I know, I can't believe that really sort of like offends me. If I cry, I cry. I don't just cry because I'm pretending. I think the crying at times was emotion that was built up, and because I was so emotionally upset, I would get like sort of like a lump in my throat, and then I would like try and cry, but it wasn't tears that necessarily came out my eyes. It was just a lot of emotion that just really built up. But I can promise you, listeners, that whenever I cried, they were genuine tears or they were genuine emotions. I never, ever faked crying in that house. There was no crocodile tears with me. No.
I think it was the sound effects more than anything. I mean, you can probably understand watching it back yourself. Half of the times it looked genuine, and I really felt for you, and I thought, this isn't fair.
Of course. I mean, I try not to watch it, to be honest with you, because I don't like seeing me crying. I don't like to see anybody crying. But I was very low. I was extremely low. And you feel very lonely in there. You don't feel like you've got any real friends. I felt very, very... I mean, me and Mark became like best friends, but even like at times at the beginning when I would like say things or do the nominations and things, Mark, I remember the time in the diary room when I nominated Chloe or something, and Mark did the same. But Mark was smart there because he knew that they were filming it. I didn't click on to that. I knew Big Brother was filming it, but I didn't think that the others were sitting in the other side, the task room, watching it all back. And when I got basically attacked for it by Chloe, Mark was very cool and shrugged and didn't say a lot. And like that sort of like it's just come back into my mind. I mean, Mark was always there for me, but I think he could have backed me up a lot. And I never felt at the beginning, Lewis, that I had any real like proper friends that I could go to to kind of share what was going on in my mind. And you can feel very, very, very alienated, and that's how I felt.
I mean, kind of stuff that I'm getting online at the moment. See, personally, I love all these legends going back in, and I really think it's making the show entertaining.
Yeah,
but
I know where.
A lot of people are saying that they feel it's unfair on this year's housemates because they feel like it's taking away their experience and it's becoming the Helen show or the Nikki show or the Ashleen show.
Yeah, but remember though, Lewis, and listeners, that it's called Time Bomb.
Yeah.
And Time Bomb is going back in time. And they wanted to make the show more interesting by bringing ex-Big Brother housemates in. I kind of agree in some ways because, like tonight, a bit on the side, we kind of do a pre-record and it'll be on later. But one of the things was, like Ryan was saying, was about the ex-Big Brother housemate. They call them legends. I kind of like said to him tonight, but they weren't really in the house properly, visitors. They weren't us. They're not really housemates of Big Brother, this season. They're ex-housemates. And I never really, deep down, included them as part of the real housemates.
Yeah.
So I kind of do agree with the listeners in that respect. But it is called Big Brother. It's called a Big Brother Time Bomb, and which means that they can bring back people. They go back in time. We've been back to the 80s. Already. We've done, there's lots of different twists and turns that this time bomb can have. And remember that I was in the time bomb originally, and look what happened. They reversed it, and I was saved. So in a way, you've got to be thankful the time bomb happened to me. But yeah, I kind of get it. But in a way, though, Big Brother does need the some ways Helen Woods to come back, and like you just be ready this week. You're going to see a lot of other familiar faces coming back into Big Brother. I
mean, Charlie's back in there at the moment as well.
She is, yeah. She's in, yeah.
She's an unpredictable one. What are your thoughts about that? Because back in her series...
I met her, we did a task when they all came back and we weren't allowed to smile or anything. And I remembered her from years ago. I think she is tough. I think she's going to play a lot of games in there. I think she's got some hold over Danny. It seems that everybody's going for Danny at the moment. but they should keep off because he's mine. I'm only joking. It seems that everyone's going for Danny, and I think her and Aisling are going to come into problems because they both like him. But I think Charlie's going to rock the house in the days that she's there. I'm quite glad that I'm out of it, to be honest. I think we probably would come to blows. I think she's a tough cookie. I think she's a slightly less aggressive character than Helen Wood, perhaps. I think she's quite tough.
Well, I mean, with in regards to Charlie and stuff, do you think that they're going to Danny tactical because he's loved on the outside? But so do you think they're going in there knowing he's?
I love Danny. I was talking to his mother last night. I really love Danny. We got on really well. He was really upfront. He was really genuine. He has got this alpha male thing that he's. And I don't like it. I think he's becoming very aggressive. I think he's probably struggling about being in the house. He's going on Mark too much. Everything Mark says that he will jump down his throat now. It's not the Danny I knew, to be honest. He's a lot calmer and a lot more softer than that. But he's becoming very aggressive, extremely aggressive. And I have to say, I don't like that side of him. I don't think it will do him any favours.
No, I mean, there's a lot of negative response at the moment. I had a tweet.
I don't think it. I mean, the relationship with Aisling, I don't see it. I think the Charlie relationship, I don't see it. I've talked to Danny a lot about his choice in women. I know that he's quite dignified and quite a respectable character. I think he likes female attention. You're in there 24 hours a day, and if females want to pay you attention, then you grab it. Of course, why not? You know.
You're breaking up there. Can you hear us?
I'm being polite now.
We can. I've just had a tweet come in from someone who he loves you. He's called Jordan Coombs, and he said, "Can you tell Simon that I love him?"
I know. Well, I think he loves me rather too much.
What's wrong with that? That's lovely.
Do you know what? I love it. I'm really humbled, Jordan. Thank you so much. And I said that when you're in London, we're gonna go on a date. We're gonna go and have some nibbles. Yes.
Ooh. And he said, are you going to be coming to Cornwall?
I'd love to come to Cornwall. If you want me to come to Cornwall, then I'll come down and see you all. Just get the place and stuff, and I'd love to come down. If I'm ever in Cornwall, I'll definitely like to drop in and meet you. And yeah, Jordan's been really sweet. I'm really humbled. It's just hard to take in, you know, because there's been so much like warmth from fan base. I'm really touched, and I'm going to do some pictures and sign them for him. So I've got those coming to him. So if he's listening, Jordan, your pictures will be on the way.
What about mine? I'm a Simon fan.
I'll do one for you as well.
I'll go on a date with you.
Absolutely. But no, he's been really sweet, so I'm really grateful. It's just like been so a lot to take in, you know. I mean, I'm getting people like asking me to do jingles for them, and like I've had fan mail and stuff, and I mean it's great. It's absolutely great. So it just takes a while to adapt to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, one more question for you.
But lots of love, Jordan. Thank you for your kind words.
He's going to love that. I can see it already.
Really, lots and lots of love.
One more question for you, Simon. Do you have any regrets from your time in a Big Brother house?
No, I don't. I loved it. I don't regret doing Big Brother at all. It's made me realise that I had made some mistakes in my life. Not terrible mistakes, but things, you know, we're all learning in life. We never stop learning, and I did make some mistakes. I needed to find myself more. I didn't realise that would be the case in there. I thought it would be jazz hands 24 hours a day, and it really wasn't. It was an opportunity for me to learn so much about myself, meet some fantastic people that I'm going to cherish, like Mark and like Danny, Sam, you know, Christian. I love Christian. I really miss Christian. I wanted to do, and I felt that 4 weeks was good for me. I felt in a way that it was time to go. I never saw that I was going to win Big Brother. I always felt it would be a younger person, and I really do. I strongly believe a younger person will win Big Brother. But I'm really grateful and humbled to have been given this opportunity. So there are no regrets, no.
Well, it's a shame you've gone, because a lot of people I spoke to this week about you have all said that I mean, to start with, they weren't exactly a fan, but in the last week, everyone started to warm to you, and a lot of people are saying they're gutted that you've gone, because actually they think you're really nice.
I think with me, I'm like Marmite, Lewis. People either love me or hate me, and I think people got to know me a lot more, and I think, you know, I don't know, but who knows? Maybe the world's going to get more showbiz.
I love that. I was waiting for you to say that.
Who knows? The world's ready for showbiz.
Oh, I love that.
I'm just really excited about the future. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm doing things like talking to you now, and doing things that I want to do, because that's the industry I know. Whereas if I had been stood in the house and got through to the final and may have not won, maybe I wouldn't have been given all these wonderful opportunities.
Well, honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. I hope we stay in touch, and I hope you come on a show quite more, because it'd be good to get your opinion on different things.
Yeah. Well, I don't. You know, if you want me to do your little running commentary after Friday, then you know where I am. We can email each other and talk. But yeah, I'd love to spread the showbiz in Cornwall. Why not?
There we go. Showbiz.
Showbiz.
Simon, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's been an absolute pleasure, and I look forward to watching you tonight.
I'm just in the car on my way home. What am I going to do tonight? What do you think? I'm going to get in, have something to eat, and watch Big Brother.
Bit on the side, you're going to be on later on.
Oh, yeah, tune in tonight, guys, 11 o'clock. All my eviction, loads of filming in the hotel after the eviction, getting up in the morning, doing lots of different wacky things. Dinner with Eileen tonight. She throws a load of food at my face for calling her old. And what else am I doing? Loads of really wacky, really good stuff tonight on Bit on the Side. So tune in tonight at 11 o'clock, and it's going to be fantastic. And there's lots of things coming up. I'm going to be doing Panto in the West End this Christmas in London.
Wow, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm doing the adult comedy version of Snow White, and I'm going to be playing Queen Showbiz.
Oh, there we see that worked. Saying Showbiz got you that good job.
Yeah, if any of you are in London for Christmas, it's going to be on sale at ticketweb.co.uk, and it's Snow White, and yeah, I'm going to be playing that. There's going to be quite a few other Big Brother stars popping up in it as well. So if any of you lovely Cornwall people are in London, then come in and say hello to us all. That's going to be fantastic. Well, I'll definitely be popping up, that's for sure. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, look, yeah, we'll just keep in touch, yeah? 100%. Thank you so much, Simon, and I'll speak to you very soon. Thank you, all you lovely people. It's Cornwall, it's Devon, isn't it? Devon. No, Penzance is right down the far end. Yeah, all you wonderful people in Penzance, thank you for your support, and just one word, showbiz. Oh, yes, I love it, ending it on that note. Thank you so much, and we'll talk maybe on Friday. Yeah, definitely. Keep in touch. Lots of love. Thanks, Simon. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. That is Showbiz. Love that there.